Hello, hello, people of the internet. It's your boy, Skinny Penis, and this is the recording of the funny Valparaiso game. The funny 416,000 damage. Sadly, a loss, and sadly, no last volley for even more damage. But hey, Valparaiso, blessed matchmaking, probably the best you could hope for, or some of the best matchmaking. I mean, we're featuring tier 7s, we're featuring a lot of cruisers that can't really do much. Battleships that we don't care about, and basically no torp TDs, which is important. I mean, a Cossack doesn't really have torps, or you can easily dodge them. It's only 4, and the Skana, I mean, it's a Skana. The low tier European TDs are generally considered pretty shit. And yeah, well, why is this matchmaking the most favorable you can get? Well, the moment you don't have torp TDs to worry about, and or you don't play against insane amount of battleships that are split to every corner of the map and could crossfire you, you're basically free to sit wherever you want as long as it's in sec range, and you're free to run at people whenever you want in sec range. Though in this game I'm not going to really be pushing that much into the enemy base, even though like you could pretty much in a lot of spots here just W it into their base, and they would basically, or that specific enemy lineup would be incapable of actually killing you until you're through with like 8 heals. It's just that crazy. Which brings us to the point, is this ship paid to win? Fuck yeah, it is. Fucking insane. I know there was never a ship where you literally press tab, you look at the enemy team lineup, and you can tell in a lot of scenarios, a lot of spots on a lot of maps against a lot of lineups, you can just tell, well, technically I can just run it at them, and the only way they kill me is going through 8 heals. 8 heals because I'm running improved repair party readiness, so you get the 2 million potential, obviously. You're like a potential damage machine. It's like, yeah, the moment you don't see the torp boats, the moment it's not a million battleships backed up with incredible DPM, which, by the way, DPM-wise, it has to be something like a Hinden, a Clausewitz, maybe Henry Conde, something with 40mm pen, so like Des Moines, Salem's, Zhao's, everything with like 34mm base pen, so 2 or 3s, doesn't really kill you. It has to be something that has alpha pen, and even then it has to burn through all your heals. Trust me, I tested it. Like, you could run at Lion, Satsuma, and Hindenburg, and the only way they killed you was getting you down to your last heal, and burning through your last heal too, and then they could kill you. While you're alive for like 3-4 minutes walking at them, straight up running at them. Yeah, I've never seen something like that. It's insane. It's absolutely ridiculous and pay to win. They probably also nerf it when it's actually released for Steel in December for the Christmas event. They said they're either going to nerf it before or after. I mean, obviously there's going to be a decent amount of shitstorm because people that paid get to play the busted version. And I mean, if this thing would be a bit more widespread, it would ruin the game way more than it already does. Because like, there's just a long list of ships that when they see this thing running at them, they can't do anything. Like, you basically have to hope that this Valparaiso player that's running at you is dented and angles flat or goes flat, lets himself get one shot, and that's about it. Otherwise, or eats torps from a teammate DD or something, because otherwise you're just not able to kill it. It's just like that. Incredible. I knew it was broken, but when I finally got it, one day before they stopped the sale, Gaithan the God gifted it to me. Well, when I started playing it, I really understood how retarded it really is. Here, for example, by the way, my DD insits straight into C. And this side is actually, it has a Cossack, it has a Tai Hang, so like it's a good penetration BB, the Tai Hang. The Cossack does have some torps, but my issue with this flank is why I'm running it through the middle of the map to the other side. I just want to dodge the enemy Valparaiso, and you will see in the end why you do this. You do not kill each other, ever. It's a trade that would last like 7-8 minutes probably, if both of them are just like singled out in a 1v1 and all like you have all heals available. You don't kill another Valparaiso. If both angle and sit in each other's secondary range, nothing happens. Well, obviously, going going a bit into the gimmicks, I mean, that's the F key, right? Like, you only need, I think 18 secondary hits, which is super simple and easy because you have super fast reloading secondaries that go up to 12 km and stuff. Like, your F key gets, you can perma spam your F key, which means you can perma spam your R and T key if you're in secondary range, which means, by the way, you will never be on fire. You will see that later when the Valparaiso and I fight each other, you will basically never be on fire. You just DCP as fast as humanly possible all the time. You do need, like, the most challenging part about this ship is, unironically, to press the buttons fast enough, because you don't want to waste heal potential on fire damage. Like, that's a funny thing. You actually don't want fires to ever tick, just because it takes away healing. You could heal it, but you know that you want to keep your healing as much as possible, to just be able to live longer parked inside secondary range of a heavy ship. Because what you need is, you need time to kill something with your secondaries. They go through fires. They don't really pen anything. They're Ohio secondaries or like midway secondaries. Like, yeah. As you can see here, for example, we use first DCP and heal, and the moment they come off cooldown, I just smash F key, and as you can see, I'm actually drifting towards Tirpitz, Carnot, Siegfried stuff, because I can kill it, right? Like, I'm just searching for ships I can kill. I could hold C, I know that. I could, like, sit there for the next foreseeable future and just trade into the Valparaiso and the other BBs, but I wouldn't really achieve much. At some point I run out of heals, probably before their Valparaiso does, because he has way more support, and then nothing would happen, and I had to hope that the other side wins. But I can also just run it through the middle of the map, go to the other side, and actually kill these ships here. Or hopefully. I mean, some of them I will kill, others not. Funny thing about this ship, you have fast fuse, AP, the British trade, so like, you're really disgusting against tier 7, 8, 9 cruisers, generally cruisers, because you don't overpen as much, and you fast fusing shells, so you sit a lot. You only have 380s, which, I mean, it overmatches tier 7 and 8s a lot. Like, there's a lot of cruisers you still fuck. Obviously, you still overmatch super lights, even on higher tiers. The funny thing is, it has improved penetration angles. Didn't even know that in the beginning, but it changes the way you aim with your AP quite a lot, just because, well, you can't really angle to this thing unless you're fully nose in. Improved penetration angles on BB AP are generally a flawed concept and shouldn't exist, because it kind of really acts like overmatch. Because unless you're fully nose in a cruiser or BB towards an improved pen, like the Oregon, for example, the Rhode Island, now this thing, you will always eat penetration damage. It's kind of like that. You don't overmatch, but you do get a lot of... And also, like, the guns, I mean, lots of people probably don't like them. I heard that a lot of testers actually wanted the ship to be buffed, or said the nerf, because originally in testing it had an 8,000 to 9,000 more HP per heal, which is funny because that's the only limiting factor of you ever dying really in most games. Like, if they, as I said, they don't have torp boats, there were games where I can just go into the flank and then keep Wing it into their base in a 1v5 and they can't kill me. They can't ever kill me, I just kill them. If it's like tier 7, 8, 9 matchmaking and they don't have a torp boat, it's a free walk. And the only limiting factor is the 8 heal. The moment it's out, well, then you don't have healing. Like, having more potent heals would be insane, because you would always be able to use them. Your penetration healing is, like, extremely improved. It's either 50, 85 or 95% pen healing. I think it's better than SM even. I think it should be 95. Like, basically, you always heal pen damage. You obviously heal fire and flood, but you don't take fire and flood damage. As I said, so the only limiting factor is eating sits or torp damage, which is sit damage. So that you don't heal. You don't have really, like, that much improved healing against it. So eating sits would be your downfall. Well, yeah. As you can see here, you just park in literal the middle of the map. And these people, like... I'm just running away from them so they can't torp me or ram me. Like, obviously you don't want to go nose into a Siegfried or a Taihang, because... And I can't run at the Carnot, because then I would be flat to both, so I eat sits. Like, you're just playing in a way that you don't get torp rushed or rammed. Like, a ram is pretty much also the only option a lot of ships have. Like, in this game, enemy Valparaiso and I could basically only kill each other fast if we ram. Kearsarge, same thing. Carnot, same thing. Like, you would never die to these people in a 1v1. Never. It's that broken. Like, there's literal ships that can't kill you unless they ram you. That's it. If that isn't paid to win, I don't know. I mean, I'd call it pay to win. I mean, as you can also see, we're down 3 heals and we can still heal back up to... I mean, it's probably 85% pen healing because I actually lost some healing. I can probably heal back up to like 70k. Or no, 65k, which doesn't matter because, well, as long as I still have heals left, I can heal back to a decent amount. I won't die. As you can see also here, we are F-keying on purpose, so I just get the fire off. It's like, as you know, like the enemy ships are healthy. I need a lot of time to park them and kill them with secondaries, which basically means that I don't want to take fire damage, as said earlier. Like, you just want to have the healing for the actual gun damage, not the fires. And also, I have them in secondary range, so I can just use my F key instantaneously after anyways, turning in because the guy shot, or basically I hoped that I could turn in before he lights me. I think if he wouldn't have shot, he would have maybe gotten big damage, but I kind of have to repush now, right? A bit at least. That thing has torps, deep waters, so yeah, gotta be a bit careful with that. Gotta play a bit careful around it. Most of the time also, like here, you get the F key so fast, you're not even pressured to use it instant, so I can just wait until I get my DCP through and my heal through. So, yeah, just waiting for both. Insta DCP again. As you can see, like, you're not taking fire damage. There's actually, when I fight the Valparaiso soon, there's actually a lot of moments where he just doesn't press DCP fast enough. So he gets to eat like 11k fire damage, which he shouldn't really. He should maybe eat 2000, because sometimes, obviously, yeah, you get 1 or 2 ticks. That man actually lets tick for like 4 or 5 ticks sometimes. And, well, those 11k also change the entire engagement. That's what I mean with the fire damage. If he had 11k more in the end, he would be able to trade more HP into me when I was also out of heals. But instead, he dies earlier. Issue is always that, like, the guns can't roll. I mean, you will deal a consistent amount close range into superstructures. The ship versus itself also obviously has to give a lot of broadside to shoot. The gun angles are horrible, which means improved penetration angles. You basically always get pens. Funny thing here, for example, is also like you just get citadels on battleships too. I mean, it just dies. I mean, 6 pens at close range. Like, look at the guns. They do perform. They're not like the super consistent ultra guns, but I mean, the guns are way too potent for the ship. Again, it's kind of like Libertad or Los Andes. I mean, Los Andes is nerfed now, so I guess it's a bit fine, but Libertad hasn't been nerfed and the guns are way too good. Same with this thing here. Like, I do half of my damage most games, or even sometimes more, with guns, just because you get, I mean, obviously, like, you can push super close, so then the dispersion doesn't really matter as much, right? And you can do a lot of volleys because you stay alive long. The reload is super fast, so it compensates. When here you will see now the Valparaiso versus Valparaiso. Also, biggest reason why I have so much damage. I'm on 250 before I engage the Valparaiso, and this man gifts me, I think, 140, 160k. But the fight is gonna last for 10 years. I actually meet the same guy a few games later. I also get very lucky, I think, in a second. I do get like a 20k volley with a sit, which is very important here. I also think he doesn't run improved repair party readiness, for example. He runs out of heals way before I do, but you will see how disgusting this trade will be. I will just DCP and heal all the time. He will DCP and heal all the time. Here was the big volley. I think he turned belly up and I got like a lucky shell into the sit. But yeah, I met him a few games later too, and I was lucky that my Grom, I think it was, torp rushed him for a bit of damage. A bit, actually a lot, like 40, 50k torp damage, which is important. And then he also got torped out at the end, but even then he ate like torps and shit, engaged with 25k. And, well, we still couldn't kill each other. You just can't kill each other. It's that crazy. Also here, a big reason why I can win this engagement. I mean, I had less heals than he did before we engaged. I only had 3 left, 2 in stock and 1 coming in from improved repair party readiness. He had like 4 or 5 at least, so like he just straight up wins the fight, or like at least trades even if I have crazy RNG. But he focuses on the mets for a while. Also here you can see like he's letting the fires tick for a bit too long, whereas I'm just instantaneously smashing DCP every single time. I also took the kite, which is, I mean, it doesn't really matter who's pushing, who's kiting here. I mean, I have a bit of an easier time to get my guns on him. You just don't want to take the ram, right? Like, this a thing. If we run at each other, I mean, we could drive by, but like, you probably don't kill each other in a drive by, and then like, it's most likely gonna end up in a ram anyways. Like, I'm not going to turn flat in front of him, neither is he, most likely. So yeah, it's a kite fight, where no one dies. I mean, you'd think you get him low here. It's the same as in a few games later, which I don't think I showed that. Stoop is gonna cook up another video with a lot of situations where I just run it into 50 people, and he's gonna cut those moments out where you can just see how pay to win it really is, how insanely unkillable it is. But like, yeah, you think you get him low, but the man just has infinite F keys and heals, and like, he's gonna heal back and back and back and back. I think he gets one more heal, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know why he's not using it. Now he's using it. He could have used it way earlier, by the way. He's not really going a bit angled up for more secondary hits. Maybe his F key isn't fast enough. I doubt it though, because the F key procs super fast at that range. He's letting fires tick again, as you can see. So like, there's a lot of APM required, and if you don't smash your keys fast enough, the ship actually loses a lot of its value. As said, like, that's really just the most challenging part. It's not even like positioning or playing well so much or something. No, it's actually just smashing the keys fast. As you can see, I'm like insta DCPing all the time, and then insta F keying all the time. Well, yeah. Sadly, I only got this thing. I mean, gladly. Thanks again to Gathan for gifting it. And I didn't miss out on it. Now, after receiving it, I can obviously tell you that, well, it's straight up pay to win. You're missing out on blatant pay to win. And some of the most... I mean, it's fun because it's so broken and retarded running it down with it that it's, I don't know, comical at this point. The stats I had on it, the 40 games for leader, were insane. Like, the stats for a tier 9 battleship, everything solo, and you get obscene win rate just because you pressure the entire enemy team at once. You never die, you kill everything. It's like, it's crazy, it's crazy, it's crazy. Yeah. 398. I will get another engagement later on, so it's gonna be 416. No arms race, obviously. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Sadly, my Kagero dies here, so I don't get spotting. I could have definitely shot over and over. Kirisarge is a nice target. He was flat running it into middle. Helena is fully overmatchable. I could have, if this turns out to be an even luckier game, could have probably run away with 450, 460 here. Definitely possible at this point. I mean, I have 40k, no heals, but I mean, if I get a few shots from range at Kirisarge, and then I can, like, I don't know, trade a bit with secondaries later on, maybe even Helena, because they pen it everywhere with sex, kind of. Could have been cool, but didn't happen. The game is still insane, high damage. It shows how spastic this ship is. Funnily enough, it has a Valparaiso versus Valparaiso engagement, which is very rare, just because Valparaiso was so expensive. But yeah, I got the ship one day before they stopped the sales, so I couldn't have told you about the ship really fast enough anyways, but like, yeah, I guess sad that I didn't. I guess people that don't care about the money could have gone for the pay to win, but I think all the other content creators like PQ covered it a lot and basically said the same thing all the time. Like, there's no way you could defend this design. It's just not possible. Like, this one really isn't. I mean, I don't know what crooked arguments you could make about Libertard or Carriers, but this one here is completely... You can't defend it. It's impossible. There's no way. It's blatant pay to win. It's unkillable. They also twisted and fucked around with the secondary turrets, I think, a lot, because these things don't die. Like on Liptard, Schlieffen, other secondary BBs. You lose a lot of secondary turrets depending on what ship shoots you. This one here somehow doesn't. Like, barely do you lose any secondary turrets. I don't know what they did there. I thought, like, probably a downside of the ship is that you lose a lot of the sec DPM because it's only 4 turrets with fast reload. But meaning, if one turret dies, that's a lot of DPM gone, especially the front ones, because you mostly only use 3. If you push in, you like mostly 3 or only 2 secondary turrets shoot, and you go through fires. But if you would lose them faster, you'd actually get way less damage output, which is actually a problem with this thing. I get the funny, like, I tank for 10 years and I push into the enemy. It could be an interesting design if they would literally halve the damage output of it or some shit. Like, they had to, like, turbo reduce fire chance of the secondaries, so you still get the hits, but not the fires. They'd had to reduce the main gun reload or make it even more inaccurate. like, I don't know. I mean, also here, like, I take an insta-fire, and as you can see, I don't have my my DCP now ready. Funny thing, though, if you don't have your F key, the heals and the DCP can come off cooldown at normal speed. But as you can see, I get instant F key the moment I enter sec range, and I can DCP again. So yeah, like, it's not hard to charge the F key. It's a permanent F key the moment you're in secondary range. You're basically unkillable. You're gonna see one of the saddest moments in history. Like, I have my guns basically locked into the front now, and if I have 5 seconds more, I would have gotten my guns all around and been able to shoot this. Flap broadside, fully flap broadside, Kearsarge. I could have just gotten one shot on him, maybe even get sits because the thing has a sit. Yeah, could have been like the nice 20k or even more volley on top. I didn't get it, but I mean, who am I to complain with this fucking game on a tier 9 ship? I never had a 400k game on a tier 9. I spammed John Barrett back in the days a lot, a black version and the normal version, and I got like some really crack games, 340, 50, and I think the highest was 396, 360, something like that. 360, 370, and that was against the tier 7 lobby too, because Jean Bart is like just crazy if you get the right matchmaking, has like really good guns, easy, simple tankiness, nose in if there's no 32 overmatch. Anyways, never had 400k, and now it's also 400k with more potential in this game. Like, I could have done a bit more, and it's not an arms race. Like, imagine this thing in arms race in the right game, you would probably be unkillable. Like, I mean, if you get heal buffs early on top of everything, you're probably just getting additional 50k HP to play with, which is insane. You get more damage output, obviously. So, like, right game in arms race, you could probably go like 500k on a tier 9, which is, and it wouldn't even be that hard. It just needs to be like the right situation. Not like a Seattle or a Buffalo that have insane DPM where you need like a crazy amount of coincidences to farm a lot in arms race game and maybe get 400. No, this one doesn't really need that many coincidences. It would just need the right buffs, a pretty vegan team, which happens a lot, and then, yeah, just sit there and farm damage. 416k, yeah, with all of the achievements and stuff, even got a double strike for gore, kind of. This year is ridiculous. Then again, you have to remember the Valparaiso engagement gave me like 10 fires. Just because he DCPs over and over again, and no Valparaiso runs fire prevention, so you can set a lot of fires. It's not limited to one in the midsection that people that tick. Like, he always DCPs and gets set again and DCPs again, so you farm a lot of fires. But still, I think probably 15, 16 of those fires are on other BBs and cruises that are just secondary down. And then you saw the shots on the Algerie, you saw the shots on the Tirpitz flat, the Siegfried, and then especially the Tai Hang. 5 sits, lots of gun damage. Team score, I mean, 2-3 base and a loss. My team, as you can see, was very vegan. And the enemy team didn't have ships that could kill me, which you think this is like rare matchmaking, and no, like more than half the games offer you matchmaking where you can just run it down and never die. God, I had like similar matchmaking with even one less DD that wasn't even on my flank. Or it was like a Tarigo, like the tier 7 Italian thing with like no torps basically, because the torps are super slow and short range. And I literally said in the beginning, I can just run it into flank and into their spawn, and they have nothing that can kill me. And it was like that. Just ran it into their spawn. I think I got 260, 280k out of that game. Ran over 5 or 6 people. Like, obviously my team dealt a lot of damage in the same time too, because they have to angle to me still. And I just don't die. I just tank them, so my team gets like free farm from behind and stuff. Like, yeah, you just win by being an unkillable pay-to-win piece of shit. Now you can see it. The guns actually do half your damage, sometimes slightly more, even here slightly more than half. Like, you have the platform to keep even slightly worse guns than other BBs on the tier just afloat forever, which is similar outcome as just having potent guns. Easier to play for sure than more potent guns, because the more potent your guns are, most of the time you get a trade-off. Your ship isn't as survivable, so if you fuck up your positioning, you only get so and so many shots. This one here is different. You get an infinite shots. You can see here the secondary battery over time just 860 hits, does a lot of pen damage over time. I mean, obviously it's only superstructure and stuff. DDs actually suffer quite hardcore into these secondaries. And on the fires, obviously, got a Videra. I mean, the Valparaiso, as you can see here, 147k HP donated. If he had more HP, like if he had a proper or better spec with additional heal or so, I could have actually farmed my 430, 440 out of him, because I would have just traded my last remaining 40, 50k into him. We would probably both have died, but I would have gotten more damage. Yeah. But yeah, you get to go through fires. As you can see, the Valparaiso took 11.5 fire damage. That's like more than half a heal gone for him, just because he doesn't press buttons fast enough. That's what the game can does. And as you can see here, I took 12k fire damage only. So like in total in the entire game, I took the same amount that he took in my engagement. And the main reason for this was also the Carnot fire at the end, that I couldn't DCP instant because I came from the corner. I wasn't in secondary range yet. Yeah. So like that's like 5k from that fire. If you count that out, we're looking at like 7,000, 6,000, 7,000. Let it be 7,000 fire damage over the entirety of the game. Like, you don't take fire damage. You know how, like, I mean, everyone should see that this is broken as fuck. Like, it's completely busted. As you can see, also 233k taken. That is probably not, that is not maxed out. I know the thing can take maximum up to 260. I think 260, 270 HP. If you use all your heals properly. So I probably healed too early on some of the heals, but I mean, I didn't expect the game to last that long, and me being able to go for even more damage. Like, at some point, you just can't really min-max that much on the heals, the DCPs, the button pressing, while you're also fighting, shooting, and angling at the same time. Yeah. You could also see, like, Cheshire, Deathstruck basically through nose, so the guns aren't that impotent. This thing died flat, this thing, the guns do stuff. I mean, Sub died too. This, I think, only took pretty much secondary damage. Yeah, you can see 17,000 sec penetrations on superstructure, 24 through fires. That's like basically all the damage. These heavy cruisers without fire prevention, but 60-second fires have a real shit time against me. This one too, secondary 13.5, 12k, 20k fires. They just can't do much against you because you're unkillable. Like, as long as I don't eat torps from that, neither of them can kill me ever. Like, impossible. You would always outtrade them. You would probably lose like only 2 to 3 heals and already kill them with your secondaries. That's how pay to win this ship is. That's actually crazy. You just have to stay away from like torp threats like this or this and not get rammed. But yeah, that's the game. Do we get the special missions? If you bought the ship, you get special missions. I think you get a bit more stuff. I think this year. No, that's clan. I don't know. Get like some sort of extra XP here or something. I don't run boosters, so like you get a bit more XP. It's kind of whatever. Ship's busted. I'm gonna show off another cut video actually from Stu, most likely on this, where I run it down hardcore and you can just see me spam buttons, where you get better, more of a feeling as to how broken it really is. Hope you liked it. Obviously, I wanted to keep this one on YouTube, the replay. Wanted to showcase it and keep it for the future, so we can always admire this garbage. Yeah, see you in the next video. There's more 400 coming, or like another one on Haru. Then I have a Pimo nearly 400, but a lot of kills and basic XP. Yeah, there's some videos coming. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Adios.